Hey everyone, welcome to 12 Days of Spring with Daisy and Christy. We are on our last day, so day 12, which is 12 beautiful florals. And I'm going to start off by taking this beautiful cut file. I believe this one came from Crafty Maggie. If I'm wrong, it came from Daisy. I have all of my cut files in one thing from everyone that's given them to me. And I've had a few people ask me like certain cut files, like the umbrella one from the episode a couple of days ago. I'm not sure where any of them come from because I'm not cutting them. So I'm so sorry. I can't provide you with that information. The umbrella one came from Daisy. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely pop her a message. I'm sure she can let you know where it came from. My assumption is she got it from the Silhouette store, the cut shop, or like a Paper Issues free cut file. That seems to be where she kind of goes to get those things. And this floral is very, very beautiful. And I'm just going to go ahead and watercolor everything. I wanted to have a bunch of different shades of the green. So I'm kind of going in different areas, making some lighter and darker and all of that. And I went ahead and did the same thing with the pinks. And then I grabbed my beautiful kit. This is when I was guest designing for the beautiful Memory Lane scrapbook store. Jocelyn was so sweet and provided me with basically the entire collection of Good Vibes, which I love this collection. And I wanted to pull it out and use it again. I am determined to literally use every little piece I can. I still have enough to probably make 2 more layouts, I think, with that collection. So you'll probably see them in the next little bit, I'm sure. But I'm going to go ahead and use some of the papers to back that. The only exception is with one of the florals, like for the leaves, I used a different teal just for the different shade there, but I really love the way that turned out. I went ahead and trimmed off the triangle from one of the pattern papers. I'm originally thinking about using some florals from Cheeky Studio because how easy would that be to just add the florals there, and they did match, and I absolutely could have made it work. I had plans to. I totally had plans to make that all work, but I end up kind of switching things up, so you'll see that in a little bit. But right now, my plan is to go ahead and use that, probably find a white background of some type. Not exactly sure what my plan was with my background at that time. I was thinking I could use this other piece of pattern paper for layering and just kind of played around. What I end up choosing to do, however, is using another sheet of the Good Vibes collection, and it has the black kind of checks to it, or little, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but I use that. You can see it's layered there just for another little bit of pop. I wanted that stark white, and then I'm placing it on a piece of Simple Stories, and this is the only piece of pattern paper that's not from the collection, but I like the idea of having that brickwork behind it. There's just something about all those all those horizontal lines. I really liked those. Or is it vertical lines? And so then I was like, well, I could use the whole piece. I can cover up the florals. This is kind of where I'm starting off with. Nope, I don't like that. So I'm going to literally cut, because my trimmer isn't large enough to put the whole sheet of 12 by 12 on a diagonal to be able to cut it. And I'm going to just make another kind of photo corner, so to speak. And I really like this. It works really well. It's different. This layout definitely it's different for me. I like it. I can see where it's still kind of something I would do, obviously because I created it, but it definitely was not my original plan in my head. And with florals, and we needed to put 12 of them on a layout today, there's so many different directions you could take flowers, right? Because we can scrap with flowers. That's easy. That's why we made it the largest number for the event, because it's an easier one to do. But I didn't want to just go the easy route. I wanted to challenge myself and really think about where I was placing things and how I could go about it. And I think I did a good job for my own challenge of doing that. And while I was scrapping this, because I am actually scrapping this on Friday, the day that it's due, I realized that Paper Issues is holding their crop this weekend. And one of the challenges is to cluster form clusters, and I love to cluster. That's my thing, layering, cluster, stuff like that. I absolutely adore to do stuff like that. And so I kind of just was able to use that idea and that challenge to help me finish this layout and layer everything on top of things and put layers on top of layers. And it worked really, really well. So I was able to enter this into that challenge, and I was excited about that. I always love a dual purpose layout. It's always really fun. So I've entered that into the paper issues challenge. I'm going to title this Girls Day Out. It is a photo. There's 2 photos. The other one's just way too big. I thought I had a smaller version of it, and I think I do. I just don't know where it is. But my sister and I last year, I'm pretty sure I had Nora already. Or maybe it was before Nora was even here. I can't remember now. It's been so long, I don't remember. But we went to see Newsies, the musical, because my sister and I are both really big into musicals. We were both in band growing up in high school and all of that, and we've always just been big into music. It's been a big part of both of our lives. And that was something that we were able to connect with because my sister and I never grew up living together. So she's my half sister. We share the same dad, but different moms. And of course, she lived with her mom for most of the time. And so my dad kind of had a thing so that instead of having to share her every weekend because she lived on the island and that would take away from all of her friends and everything, that she came to visit us for like a week during vacations and stuff. So I never actually lived with my sister. And so to have this connection with music, and there's a lot of other things that we're very connected with as well, but this has always been something that from a very young age we've always been drawn to in musicals and stuff. I think the very first thing we both were absolutely in love with at the same time was Grease. I remember when I was really, really little, and the first time I saw that, I thought it was the best movie I'd ever seen. And so we would sit there and watch that show, that movie over and over and over again. And it was the music, and we'd sing it out loud, and it just brings back really fun and happy memories. So doing something like this and going out and getting to go to Vancouver for the day and just kind of have a nice day out was really, really fun. I believe Kira stayed here and Sean watched. I don't think Nora wasn't here yet, I don't think. So Sean watched Kira and Jackson while we went, and that was really fun too. So my sister got a little break from being mom because she is a single mom of 3 kids. And it's just fun. And so having this kind of floral girls' day out, it could be as girly as I wanted to create it, even though like the photo isn't the girliest photo ever. I could work with it, and I was having fun playing, and I struggled at first with how to create the florals and where to place them, but in the end I'm super, super happy with the way it turned out. I do a little bit of a cluster down at the bottom and a bunch of other things. You'll see me wave a couple times thinking I'm done, and then I would look back at it and I'm like, no, I need to add more. And so I'd come back. I thought about doing this on the diagonal, just laying up the florals across there in a fun little pattern. I brought in some Paige Evans florals that had like the gold foil look to them because it had the yellow and the pink, and it definitely matched within what I was trying to do. But it was taking away from the main flower, and already my photo is almost like a backdrop, like a secondary feature, it was really taking away from the photo with those. So I ended up taking those away, and I just kind of nestle in a few flowers within the big cut file as it is, and I layer the rest of them just down at the bottom. I fussy cut out some of the black, that floral piece. I think it's called Flourish from the Good Vibes collection. It's my absolute favorite piece of pattern paper in that whole collection. And it's just the black, like sketchy florals. And I cut out a few of those leaves so that I had a visual triangle. I had to do it. And I love the way that turned out. And then I end up doing another little corner, like photo corner type thing, so that there's another layer, because that block of pink up there is really just kind of trapped white space almost. It looks really funny up there, and I'm not exactly sure where I'm putting my journaling. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a few strips and put them right underneath the photo on the floral. cut file, and I haven't done my journaling yet, but that'll come up. So yeah, like I said, this was fun. I was playing. I did this in a sitting, which is really exciting. I'm getting faster with my scrapping, and I don't know if it's because I'm doing so much of it lately or what it is, but I've really been enjoying it. So it's been a nice thing to kind of be able to start a layout and actually have it done within a day. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I'm enjoying that immensely. So as I wrap things up, make sure you go over and check out Daisy's layout today. I don't think I've seen it yet. Actually, I haven't, so I don't even know what it looks like, but I'm sure it's amazing. And go ahead and give her some love. Thank you so much for everyone that has watched and commented and just been a great support to us. We love this series. We are very excited to bring it back, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. And yeah, I just couldn't thank you everyone enough, especially for the break we needed to have and how gracious you all were with that. So thanks everyone just for your love and support. It's awesome. And I'm going to show you just the last little pieces there and my final layout. I will see everyone tomorrow with another layout with something different. Bye.